Yeah, and honestly, it kind of sucks. Here's the thing is, I don't have a problem at all talking about any belief or religion or like spiritual creature or belief and idea. I actually find that shit incredibly fascinating. Wholeheartedly, I love that shit. I'm just not convinced that any of that shit is real. That's why I'm an atheist. Because no one has been able to give valid proof that any of this shit actually exists. So when I research this stuff, ultimately I'm researching it as if I were to read a fairy tale or a folklore or a myth. It's not real. Just because you slap spiritism or religion, those labels onto something, does not give it validation. So I hate having these debates because I'm like, listen, I love this shit just as much, if not more than you. I just don't think that this is real stuff. Like it's not in the real world. And that's what I get a lot is like, kind of like when Christians are like, it's in the Bible. I'm like, the Bible isn't proof, my guy. The Bible is a book that man wrote. Just like all these spiritual beliefs were just passed down from generation to generation with no proof. So I don't mean any ill will, but like, why would I need this thing? You know? Like, why, what is the necessity to pretend in believing in all of these imaginary things we have no valid proof of? It's just a waste of time, in my opinion. Or worse, it could be a codependency because you're afraid of death or some other grandiose thing. It really is harmful. And I love researching it and I love the stories. I'm like a fanatic, man. But I just don't interpret it into my real life and I'm not convinced, that's all. So when these people come on and they try to press me, I'm like, listen, you have the right to believe in any nonsensical shit you want to believe in. But unless you have like solid, amazing evidence that nobody else has presented before to any of these scientists who have these degrees, right? Because it's not just me you're trying to convince. It's the world you have to prove that your claims are real. Unless you're coming to me and presenting something that like proves that it's real, which I would suggest you present it to somebody else, then don't try to like push it on me and try to be like, well, you're just closed-minded. You gotta have faith in order to believe. That makes no sense. So yeah, like I get it. Like I get tired of talking about it too. And I apologize to everybody.